I start recording here.
Okay.
Okay, let's get started. Hey, welcome to this video. I'm Kendall,
I'm Steven.
and we're just going to be looking at phone contracts that are available in South Africa. We're going to be looking through the main service providers. Vodacom's contracts are not online at the moment, so we're just going to skip that. It's August, I had to think about it. So these are the phone contracts that are available in August. So we have 3 different categories that we're going to be looking at, and we're going to be looking at phones in each of these categories. So the first category is the reasonable range, which is just like the value for money phones, I guess, right? And then we're going to be looking at top of the range deals, which are the best deals. If you're willing to go all out, these are the deals you would want to look at. And then the last category is going to be the cheapest value phones, so phones that you can get if you're looking to spend the least amount of money possible. Phones in this category are going to be of best value. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's good.
Okay, so what deals do you have? What deals have you looked at? Let's start with the reasonable range.
Okay, so reasonable deals. The first reasonable deal I have is from MTN. It is a Galaxy Note 10 Lite with a Galaxy Tab A 2019, the LTE version. Now, that's an important distinction because there is a massive price difference between the standard version and the LTE version because of the added sort of mobile chip. So that deal's going for $599 for 24 months. So if we work out how much that is per month, that is 600 times 24, okay? That gives us a grand total of $14,400 that you will pay for that contract over the 24 months. Now, why is that a good deal? It's a good deal because if you were to buy the Galaxy Note 10 Lite by itself, it's 11 grand. And then if you were to add a Galaxy Tab A to that, it's an extra 8 grand. So you are saving yourself about 6,000 Rand-ish just by going for that particular deal. So that's why that's an excellent deal in the mid-range. Then the second deal I have in the mid-range, if you are an iPhone person and you just can't live with Android, Vodacom has the iPhone XR for $799 per month for 24 months. Now, this isn't an incredible deal for one reason. In my opinion, an incredible deal is you pay less on contract than you would if you were to buy the phone cash. Now, this is very close. If you look at 700 times 24, you are paying a total of 16,800. And if you buy the iPhone XR prepaid, it is 16,000. So you're paying a little bit more for contract, but you are getting added benefits with it, like data and blah, blah, blah. But as the deal goes, you can't really get it much cheaper if you were to buy it any other way. Like if you were to try and buy it on credit, there's no way you'd get it that cheap. So that's why that one's a good deal. What have you got, Kendall?
Right, so in my reasonable range, I have picked the Galaxy A30s from Telkom. Goes for 289 Rand a month, and it's got 120 gigs to 128 gigs of internal storage. Yeah, and like for the mid-range, I'm a fan of Samsung at the moment, just because of the screen fluidity. Yeah, the user experience in this range is very good with Samsung. My second choice for the mid-range phones would be the Huawei Y9 Prime on the same page for 279 Rand a month, also with 128 gigs of internal storage. And the reason I picked that is because of the camera. Because it's super flashy, it'll pop out. That's the main reason I get that deal. Should we go for top of the range now?
Okay, so now to everybody's favorite part, the top of the range. My favorite best value picks for top of the range. Funny enough, both of them just came out or are busy coming out, like they were released a couple of days ago. The first one is the Galaxy Note 20. On Telkom, the Galaxy Note 20 goes for $899 a month. Now, remember, this is the top of the line range. So these are the phones, okay? These are the flagships, the ones that everybody wants.
That's a good deal, hey?
That's a very, very good deal. This is like cutting edge stuff. Okay, so $900 a month for 24 months works out to 21,600 Rand, okay? That's how much you're paying total. Fair enough, it might be excluding activation fees, whatever, but roughly 21. Now, if you look at that exact device on Takealot, it is 25 grand. That's an amazing deal. That's like $4,000 off, and you're getting the latest and greatest from Samsung. That's my first one. My second pick is, fascinatingly enough, for all the people who love the really giant smartphones, and it's another Galaxy Note 20, but it's the 20 Ultra, okay? That goes for 1,400 Rand a month. Now we are talking the real cream of the crop. Okay, so 1,400 Rand a month for 24 months works out to 33,600. If you buy that exact same phone off Takealot, it's 37 grand. So by taking that deal, you just saved yourself almost four-ish grand, which is amazing for a flagship. Both of those are incredible deals, especially considering they've just come out. From what I've seen in the past, I would jump on those. If you're looking at those kind of prices and you want that kind of phone, I jump on those really quickly, because what happens quite often is the cell phone companies will see that their phone's in demand because it's a good deal, and then they push the prices up. What have you found, Kendall?
So I went with the Galaxy S20 Plus from Celsey, going for 1,199, and it comes with a free Galaxy Watch Active 2. That's a very good deal for the phones that you're getting and the watch, and you're going to make back that money over time. So I haven't gone into as much depth as you have on calculating the prices and the difference, but I would say that's a very good deal. And then my second deal is the iPhone 11. If you're an iPhone person, this is the iPhone I would get from MTN. It goes for 1,199 Rand a month for the 128 gigabyte version. And I think that's a decent deal. I would not go for the 64 version, even if it's 100 Rand cheaper per month. And then, yeah, just another distinction to make is watch out for MTN's 36-month contracts. Don't go for them. There's such bad deals, and once you started, you're stuck for another year. Smartphones are meant to be upgraded every couple of years or so. You don't want to be stuck with a phone for an extra year.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Kendall. I couldn't agree more. And the thinking of those 36-month deals, all you have to do is take the deal, how much it is per month, times it by 36, and then compare it to if you bought the phone prepaid. Okay? Just do yourself a favor. I promise it's not worth it. Get a cheaper phone and be able to get a new phone instead of getting a phone that you can't afford now and then having to pay for it forever. Because you say 3 years doesn't sound too bad. 3 years is a long time. A long time. Trust me.
Right, and then my honorable mention is the Galaxy Z Flip, which is, again, just a super flashy phone. If I was willing to spend as much money as I wanted, I'd definitely go for that, just because that's a really cool phone. It's a bit of an expensive deal, but for what it is, I think it's a very exciting phone. I would definitely go for something like that personally.
Funny enough, Kendall, for my honorable mention, I was going to pick the exact same phone. I don't know, if you are obsessed with like the cutting edge and like stuff that people don't even know what it is yet, that is the best option I can think of. And compared to the Galaxy Fold, which came before it, it is an absolute steal for what it's going for. If you go look at it on Vodacom, the Galaxy Fold, it goes for about 2,000 Rand a month. And it's using pretty much the exact same technology as the Galaxy Z Flip. But the Z Flip is like half the price. Telkom's currently selling it for 1,300 Rand per month. Now, if you were to buy it on prepaid, it's slightly cheaper, so it's not an amazing deal in terms of you getting like all sorts of the phone for less than it's worth. But as an awesome phone goes, and if you've got the money, absolutely go ahead and get it.
Nice. Okay, cool. Let's head towards the cheapest deals. What did you come up with there?
Okay, so for my cheapest deal, this is for all you budget dudes out there who are like, I want the best phone I can possibly get for the least money. My pick is Vodacom currently have a deal on a certified pre-owned iPhone 6s Plus 128 gig model. That is going for 250 Rand a month. Okay, now, fair enough, it's an older iPhone, I know, but as someone who has used a 6s Plus, they are still really good to this day. And they were still going to get at least one more major update from Apple, so you know that the entire 2 years that you'll have it, it's going to be solid and it's going to work well for you. That's 250 Rand a month. Now, that works out to 6,000 Rand total over the 2 years, which is a steal for that phone compared to what it retailed for when it was new. Way back when it first came out, that same model would retail for about 18,000 Rand. So you're looking at a good deal already. Now, if you look at how much it sells for right now, a certified pre-owned one from Takealot, okay? I can't find a Plus model. I can only find the smaller version, the 6S. But the 6S, certified pre-owned from Takealot, 64 gigs, so half the storage, sells for 6 grand. So that means you're getting the bigger phone, bigger battery, has optical image stabilization, which is huge for pictures, makes a massive difference. Plus, you're getting double the storage, and it's still 6 grand. That's my pick for the ultra budget, amazing deal. What did you find, Kendall?
Nice. I went all the way to the bottom and I went with the Galaxy A01 from MTN, the prepaid version, which is 2,299 Rand. It's got 2 gigabytes of RAM, which is, in my opinion, the least that I would pay for an Android phone. It's a Samsung, so the operating system is smooth and the cameras are decent. It comes with a 13 megapixel camera and it's got 3,000 milliamp hour battery. So if you do work that out, divided by 24, it comes to about 88 Rand a month. So if you...
That's a good deal.
We're talking in contract terms, that would be my steal. And having personally lived with a 2,000 Rand phone, I went with the Nokia 3.1. I would say it's possible to live on an Android phone that is this cheap.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Kendall, you're right. Like, good phones have gotten cheap, like, way cheaper than they used to be. And just because you're buying a budget phone doesn't mean it has to be a bad phone. Like, they're really, really good phones. But one thing I would say, and I would stress it, and Kendall already mentioned it, don't get one with less than 2 gigs of RAM. I cannot stress that enough. If you use a phone that has a gig of RAM versus 2, you cannot believe how much of a difference that extra gigabyte makes. It's huge. Way more of a difference than if you go look at the high-end phones that have 4 gigabytes or 8 gigabytes. That difference isn't as big, but 1 to 2 is huge. So absolutely, that's a very good deal, Kendall.
Right, and from my experience, I've not been able to use an Android phone with 1 gigabyte of RAM. Well, it freezes on you. You try and open a photo, you have to wait 10 seconds. It's not usable. Completely agree. Cool, so that's that's this video. That's what we wanted to put out there in the world. Our plan is to post one of these monthly as the contracts come out.
Yeah, so let us know what you think. What do you think about our picks? What do you think about, like, this deal versus that deal? How do you look for iPhone deals or Samsung deals or whatever? What do you look for? Let us know in the comments down below, and remember to like and subscribe. We will see you next month with the next video. That was really cool.